How would you feel if you suddenly needed help from someone who has hurt you or wronged you in the past? Someone you might even consider to be your enemy. The Jews and the Samaritans hated each other. The Jews looked down on the Samaritans for not being pure Jews or worshiping God properly. And the Samaritans resented being looked down upon. And if you want to know how much the Jews hated the Samaritans, there's this story where Jesus wants to pass through a Samaritan village and they reject him. And James and John ask Jesus, "Lord, do you want us to call down fire from heaven to destroy them?" And Jesus rebukes them and moves on to another village. And it is with this backdrop in mind that Jesus tells the following parable. On one occasion, an expert in the law stood up to test Jesus. "Teacher," he asked, "what must I do to inherit eternal life?" "What is written in the law?" he replied. "How do you read it?" He answered, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your strength, and with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself." "You have answered correctly," Jesus replied. "Do this, and you will live." But he wanted to justify himself. So he asked Jesus, "And who is my neighbor?" In reply, Jesus said, "A man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho when he was attacked by robbers. They stripped him of his clothes and beat him and went away, leaving him half dead. A priest happened by chance to be going down the same road, and when he saw the man, he passed by on the other side. So too, a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, he passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan, as he traveled, came to where the man was, and when he saw him, he was moved with compassion. He went to him, bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he put the man on his own donkey, brought him into an inn, and took care of him. The next day, he took out 2 denarii, gave them to the innkeeper, and said, "Take care of him. And when I return, I will reimburse you for any extra expense you may have." Which of these three do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of robbers? The expert in the law replied, "The one who showed mercy to him." Jesus replied, "Go and do likewise."